Hi everyone, today I am going to discuss about Eusebius, father of church history. The Acts of Apostle covers a period of about 30 years, from Pentecost through to Paul's release from prison in Rome around the year 62. For the next 300 years, we are indebted to the work of Eusebius of Caesarea, who painstakingly gathered information from a remarkable number of sources to complete his monumental history of the church. He gave us a knowledge of those early years that would otherwise have been lost. All the documents referred to in the history are no longer in existence and are known only secondhand through Eusebius' work. The reason for this is quite interesting. During the first 3 centuries, authors wrote on the papyrus, which was a perishable material and had only a short life. It was not until the beginning of the 4th century the vellum made from the skin of calves, kids, or lambs were substitute for papyrus, giving a longer life. At the same time, most literary works were present in codex. By the 3rd century, many converts to Christianity came from the wealthy and educated class, and this was probably the case with Eusebius. He was born in Palestine around the year 263 during the reign of Emperor Gallienus. The persecution of Valerian ended with his death in 259. His son made amends by restoring church property using in a period of peace. Hardly anything is known of Eusebius during his early years. There is no indication that he was brought up in a Christian family, but he received Christian instruction and baptism at Caesarea, the city founded by Herod the Great. The major influence on his early life was that of presbyter Pompilius at Caesarea. Pompilius was a scholar of considerable repute, dedicated to spread of sound learning. He had emigrated from Alexandria and founded a notable library and theological school at Caesarea. It seems that Eusebius studied under Pompilius and two became firm friends. Indeed, Eusebius always spoke of his master in the highest term of praise and affection. During this period of study, Eusebius gave much time to reading both pagan and Christian authors, reading that was dated to bear rich fruit in his own writing. In February 303, the great persecution of Diocletian broke out and continued intermittently for 10 years. The event witnessed by Eusebius were recorded in his history and also in his Martyrs of Palestine. By now he had been ordained presbyter and was therefore under the threat of arrest. In the March, the persecution reached Caesarea and a number of believers paid the supreme penalty for their faith. Early in 309, Pompilius was executed and Eusebius was free to travel to other parts. It may be like Cyprian before him. He decided that for a time it was wiser to avoid the persecution by being absent from Caesarea. He first visited Tyre and then moved south to Egypt. His writing gave no indication what happened in prison, except to suggest he endured suffering yet without apostasy. If this were not so, he would not have been appointed as bishop. After 311, the persecution petered out, and 2 years later, Constantine edict of toleration was introduced. The Eusebius' greatness lies essential in his work as a historian, which remains of inestimable value to the church, and he was the first writer to attempt a history on a grand scale.